10 minutes before 8 o'clock tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, is Bell Let's Talk Day. What does that mean? Well, tomorrow, every time you text on the Bell network or make a long-distance call, 5 cents will be donated to mental health research and help for people in our communities right across the country. So keep that in mind. Speaking of which, I first met this young lady a few months ago. Rachel Scott Mignon is here. Rachel has won a 2010 Royal Ottawa Inspiration Award, and yesterday you got a new. Can I show it?
Yeah.
Would you mind?
No, go ahead.
This is what you got yesterday. You were one of the lovely people to receive this.
It is the Governor General's Queen Elizabeth II Diamond Jubilee Medal, and I received that yesterday, and it was quite overwhelming, yeah. And I'm very flattered.
Well, you deserve it, let me tell you that. It's beautiful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You've spoken publicly about your struggle with your own mental health. Mm-hmm. Give us some background as to what has happened to you.
Well, I've struggled from mental illness for about as long as I can remember, going back to when I was a child. And it really struck me when I was a teenager. Mm-hmm. I first had suicidal thoughts when I was about 16, but I was so ashamed of my feelings and the thoughts that I was having that I really wasn't willing to tell anyone about them. So I kept them inside and I kept them hidden. Mm-hmm. I didn't feel I could approach teachers, parents, friends, family,
nobody,
anyone. Because in my world, no one talked about mental illness. No one talked about psychiatrists, psychologists, antidepressants, depression, anything like that.
Is it fair to say that you've been on the verge of taking your own life on several occasions?
Oh yes, I'm currently in the hospital on the crisis unit right now, and
you came from the hospital to here to do this interview?
Today, yes. I woke up in the hospital this morning and got ready to come here, and I actually was on the verge of taking my own life last week, and that's why I was hospitalized.
This is something you're not afraid to talk about anymore, right?
I'm not afraid to talk about it because I really want other people to know that they're not alone. It's such a lonely place when you're feeling that you want to take your own life. I mean, it's the scariest feeling in the world.
Do you know what gets you to that point? Do you understand what brings you to that?
For me, it's a inner struggle of some kind that I think it's a chemical imbalance in my brain. It's a brain disease. Like, I have bipolar disorder, and it's
yes.
a brain disease just yes. like any other brain disease. Mm-hmm. But I really think that in order to feel not alone, we have to talk about it, and other people have to know that they're not alone, and I want them to know that I'm here.
Does your ability to talk about it, does that result in you ending up in the hospital rather than some other dark place? Like, when you get to that point, are you able to voice those concerns that you have, that struggle is going on right now, people? Is that what lands you in hospital for treatment?
Not necessarily. Like, this time, I wasn't able to voice my concerns, and my doctors put me in the hospital because they recognized that I needed help.
And they were right to do so?
They were right to do so, yes.
Yeah. At other times, do you recognize it, and do you say...
Yes, at other times I have recognized it, and I have said I need to be in the hospital right now.
What's the worst part of this struggle? Because I know not of this struggle.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand what you're telling me, yet I can't imagine being in that place. So my question to you is, like, do you sit there and you think, why is this happening to me? Why do I feel this way? Like, what happens in that moment?
I think the nature of depression is that it likes to make you feel alone. It likes to make you
even though you're surrounded.
Even though you can be surrounded by friends and by people who care about you and by people who say, we love you and we want you to be here and we're pulling for you, it likes to make you feel that you've got nothing left, nothing to live for, this is it.
Despite the fact that there may not be any reason for you to feel that way.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So it's totally inside of you.
Yes.
And inside your head.
Yes. And anxiety as well.
Does it make you angry that you feel this way?
It does make me angry sometimes, yeah.
Because it's like you can't do anything about it, right? When you get to that point.
But this is what I can do about it.
Right. You can talk about it.
So I feel hopeful at times.
You have spoken in public on so many different occasions, right, about this.
Yes.
What's the reaction that you get from a lot of people? Because I know I introduced you at an event, 6 months ago, was it in the summer?
Yes.
And it was a loud party, it was an outdoor party, and all of a sudden the place was silent.
Yeah.
Because you tell a great story. You have a great way of telling your story. What's the reaction of people? I mean, even today, right? You're coming out of the hospital because you had suicidal tendencies in recent days. What's the reaction of people? Like, do they know what to say to you?
A lot of people get emotional because it's amazing. I mean, the statistics are 1 in 5 that experience a mental illness in their lifetime. Yeah. So it's amazing to see how many people can relate to me. So a lot of people come up and are emotional and say, I can relate to what you're going through. Mm-hmm. So that is very encouraging that I've touched something inside of them. Right.
My point to this is you're obviously not afraid and have no qualms about going out in public and talking about it, but you talking about it is fantastic. It's the other people that need to talk about it as well. Yes. Right?
And there are many people now, I believe, who have started talking, and I think that's the point of Bell Let's Talk today.
Yeah, and I mean, and I'm not talking about just people in your situation. I'm talking about everybody. Yeah. Right?
And I think it's starting to become...
Are you seeing a difference?
I think I'm seeing a difference.
Even though your struggle continues, and it, you know, who knows when you might be able to come to grips with this thing and maybe beat it, right? Who knows? But when you go out and talk in public, you're seeing a difference now.
You know what? To be honest, I've been doing this for 5 years now, speaking publicly. And I don't think I'd still be doing it if I wasn't seeing a difference, because I would have lost hope. So the reason I'm doing it is because I am seeing a difference. And I am so, so thankful to Bell for doing this campaign. And I encourage all Canadians tomorrow to make a long-distance phone call, to retweet the Bell Let's Talk message, and to, what's the other word? Text message, and to raise that money and raise awareness, because really it's an awareness campaign more than a fundraising campaign. And let's get Canada talking.
The bravest person I know that has ever sat on this couch, ladies and gentlemen. Rachel, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. We'll be right back.